And I be looking up, they be out in the woods, camping, they be going places, and they black. And I'm like,
It's a lot of
but they
money out
can't
here,
tell
E.
people in Alabama, nobody gonna know where they from, but Alabama that, how much is y'all ain't been working. Oh, the stress of the pandemic, which is true. It was very hard, like
Yeah.
horrific for them to be watching all that. But they can't tell nobody that they done bought 3-4 rentals near Atlanta with they pandemic money. They just doing the whole poor pitiful me. I'm having a hard time. My wife gonna go back nursing here
Yep.
soon. Cause everybody's like, how y'all living? Can't tell
Yeah,
people.
I mean, when I got to do a show or something like that, then I might dress for the occasion. But for the
Mm-hmm.
most part, when I'm out and about, I don't even wear this watch. I'm wearing an Apple Watch. I got on the
You
black
gotta track the
shirt.
steps.
Yeah, exactly. You're right. You're right.
Gotta track your
And
steps.
I got on some black pants, some black Levi's, a black T-shirt that cost me probably about $8, and then I'm moving around. But it's not because I don't like nice stuff, and it's not that I don't dress around. When I dress up, I dress with, according to the occasion or with a group of people that actually can appreciate it. But it's more or less about you get criticism from people that actually you would actually be looking to help. And what I found is that people that have money are actually more helpful. They want you to win.
Super helpful.
But it really comes from like a self-inflicted wound from people that operate out of ignorance that just don't want the information, or maybe they just don't feel like they can do it, or maybe they just prefer to criticize. When I told people you can make more than $47,000 a year as a family, they was looking at me like I was crazy. And I'm like, yo, I make $40,000 in 3 days.
So
You know what I'm saying? Like, that's not no money.
you gotta realize, under 7 years old, right? When you're under 7, they ask kids all the time, what you want to do, what do you want to be. They tell
Right.
them
Yeah.
everything.
Yeah.
But by 7, they've watched their family, they've watched their environment, they watch how their teacher respond to them, and that carries with them and just keeps adding on. That's why it's easier. They say it's easier to fix children than repair broken
It
men.
is. It's much easier.
My friend Tim Jackson works with black boys. That's what he has, nothing but a black boy nonprofit, and he gets so much flack. It's weird. When he go places, they're like, "Oh, that's discriminatory. We can't have you." It's like, what? I'm a nonprofit. So 8 to 12, he'll tell women, "Bring me that boy." From 8 to 12, I got all these men. We ready to talk to him, ready to get him in shape, do all this stuff. And if he doesn't have like a football or sports related camp, if he has a sports related camp, it's like 400 kids there. He got a non-sports related camp, it's less than 50 kids there.
That's crazy.
And so what he noticed is, he's like, these same moms that I begged for years, bring me him while he's 8 to 12. All of a sudden he's 15. He's skipping school. He did this. He punched somebody. He fighting. He getting put to alternative school. Help me. Baby, I can't help you.
It's too late now.
It's too late. Now what's going to happen is, we're not throwing away kids. That's not what he's saying. But that boy's going to be, I'm trying to impress these friends now. For about 15 to 18, 15 to 20. There's going to be some
longer
jail,
than that sometimes.
Yeah. And then all of a sudden you wake up, oh, he's 22. He say his phone ring. Mr. Tim, can you help me? I'm ready to help. He's like, yeah, I can help you, but now you got this on your record. Now you got this going on. I could have helped you more.
Yeah.
They'd sent you to me early. And so I've just noticed he'll tell people, just become an appraiser. All the black boys. He's like, the average appraiser in Dallas makes $147,000 a year. Nobody talks about that. Because people hate you have to apprentice under somebody. Yeah, you have to apprentice under somebody. And they don't want to hear that part. And you're paid the whole time you're being an apprentice.
Yeah.
They don't want to hear that part.
Yeah, it's pretty interesting. What would you think, what would you say? And then we can, wrap this one up because I wanna, do some other recording and stuff like that.
For sure.
What would you say is a city, if people actually had the work ethic and they had the wherewithal and they wanted to actually network effectively and they was gonna put the time in, what would be like the top 3 cities that you would recommend that they move to if they're in like a little small town or somewhere where it's not as much opportunity or they don't have as much exposure? What would be maybe the top 3 places that you would recommend that they move to?
People ain't gonna like these options, but my top 3 are gonna be Dallas, Texas, Houston, Texas, Huntsville, Alabama.
Why Huntsville?
Huntsville has been growing for the past 10 years straight, where there's construction. The government basically threw all our scientists there. They were like, look at all these smart people in the military. Put them here and let them work on top secret projects. And we just build that area up. Versus Birmingham, where, the Atlanta airport was supposed to be in Birmingham. And people talk about that, but they don't realize it. But Birmingham was so racist that even the people were like, we can't even do it. We're going to take it to Atlanta. And Atlanta's like, we'll do good. We won't be as racist.
Yeah.
And so Huntsville, Alabama has just had this like just nonstop growth. And the reason I'm telling people Huntsville is your higher paid administrative jobs. You're a lot of construction, a lot of blue collar opportunity, but a higher level of just the people you're gonna work around, the amount of degrees. I'm not even gonna knock Birmingham, but underneath Birmingham is called Vestavia Hills. It is basically the Duke of the South. It has colleges there, it has some other stuff going on, but those three cities, like,
I'm gonna have to go and visit Huntsville. I ain't never visited.
you got to go see it because it's crazy. But what's crazy is my mom had a BMW with the no flat tires, and she was driving from Birmingham to Huntsville, and she had a flat. She pulled over, and the tow truck man said, "Baby, don't pull over here. Go straight to Huntsville. You got no flat tires. You good. Keep going."
Yeah.
So they got their own issues still in some parts of Alabama. I ain't gonna lie to you.
Yeah.
But like Huntsville, the reason they put that love and whatever wives show out of Huntsville is because it is jumping like that. It's been jumping.
I never thought about Huntsville.
Like we have a black family member. They were in the military. They were down there in Huntsville for so long. They had 2 houses. And they were like, "Oh, we ain't never leaving Alabama." Then their mom got sick, and they was like, "Well, we're gonna come back to North Carolina." They sold both their houses. They bought them for $120. They sold those houses for $375. Both of them.
Wow.
And then took all that money, came to North Carolina, built up a house for cheap, big old house, and they're using the rest of the money to invest in some other stuff.
Wow, that's pretty.
That's why when people
impressive.
say, "Oh, I don't what cities," I'm like, work on your skills, yes, but be in the right environment.
Do you think that people have to move if they're in a very, very small city or town with the technology that we have? Do you think? Because I recommend that people move because I think that people need to get outside. I think they need to. Yeah, okay, yeah, we got the technology, the internet, but I think that's supplemental,
Right?
in addition to you actually going outside and participating in what's going on out in society. Do you think that it's a requirement for people to actually get out and to move into some of these other cities?
Man, I think we have a security blanket when we stay at home, our hometowns.
Yeah, that's true.
Much longer than we would if we went somewhere else. And another thing is like, prime example, this is a horrible usage of it, but I have to use it. Hurricane Katrina. They start putting them people on planes.
That's true.
And they were like, "Okay, well, we're ready for you to come back." Nah, man, I ain't going back. This is great.
Yeah.
Look at the schools. Look at the houses. Look at the opportunity. Like, what the hell are y'all doing with us down there? You know what I'm saying? Where was all the money going?
That makes sense, yeah.
Why are the schools broken? Why are they got holes in the roofs? Why nothing works? Right?
makes
And you
sense.
have people, even now in Austin, there's a lady, it's a Cajun place I go to. And I go, "Oh, you're from New Orleans." Like, she's like, "I left with Katrina." I said, "Oh," I said, you don't want to move back?" She said, "I ain't been back since Katrina."
Dang.
Like, she won't play. And she was dead in my eyes. Like, I stay here now. My whole family here.
That's pretty crazy.
She's like, "We got houses. We got this restaurant. We got a food truck.
Yeah.
I'm good. What we got to go back for?" And I think she done heard it be asked so much she had a little bit of the attitude, but it was like, all right.
Dang, that's
So you got to understand, like, that would have never have happened for them staying there.
Yeah.
Because I asked, "Did y'all have a restaurant when y'all was there?" No. We got here.
So
What
them
skills
getting
do we have?
outside of their hometown and that comfort zone had allowed for them to be able to step out a little bit more.
Had to. Now, this doesn't work for everybody. I'm gonna tell you that, like, when Houston had the hurricane and they were interviewing people in this one area that's like a flood area, they're like, "Hey, what's up?" People coming out of the house, they were from New Orleans. You're like, you left from one city to this city and found this side of town?
Yeah.
Like, what happened? Right? And so movement is good, but I think the pain of change versus the pain of being the same.